All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the Pluto CAZIMI 2024. Pluto is in Capricorn. Hopefully this message blows you away in the way that Pluto wants to do. What I intend to do is give you some of the power dynamics that Pluto will go through within its polarities, a deeper understanding of the fact that the sun is a karmic prison, and now you have the actual prison being Pluto. Okay, where the most powerful of gods go, the most powerful of dark magicians, and essentially anybody that has used seduction to overpower their lovers, overpower their partners in a way where they've become enslaved. So let's get into this Pluto CAZIMI. The sun is essentially bringing all the light into the underworld right now. It's bringing all the light to who has imprisoned you, what has imprisoned you. Stay tuned for your house forecast to get a deeper understanding of where have you been imprisoned, where have you been intimately trapped in a struggle of some sort, whether within yourself or with others, reflecting and projecting the true worth and wealth of yourself. So without further ado, make sure you check out every first and third Sunday. Our members do meet for the Astro Economy. All right, this is your Astro Shaman, Pernell Bobby. We are generating an economy of harmony, leveraging human design and genetic astrology. We just welcomed 2 new members. And now let's get into the brief understanding of what the Sun Pluto CAZIMI is about, and then give you your forecast with timestamps all included. Love. Okay, so this is information directly from our membership as for the meaning of Pluto and at least some of the power polarities. Okay, I have here off to the side. Fear and desire, intimacy and masochist, suppression, release, destruction, renewal, crime or service to others, crisis or support that you've manifested, taking or giving abundance, seduction versus honesty. These are the power polarities of Pluto. All right, I'm going to give you just a few keywords so I can respect the members and what they've given as for time and energy. A few keywords on Pluto is secrecy, it's hidden, deep desires, survival, crisis, gems and diamonds beneath the surface, okay, Hades wealth, implosion, wealth, power, chaos magic, pressure, crime. So these are some of the keywords of Pluto. So keep these keywords in mind as you listen to your forecast. Okay, now the last thing I have for you before we get into the forecast, make sure you hit the thumbs up and the likes button. I really appreciate you for being here. The last thing I have is some subjective facts that I wrote. And again, this is kind of coming straight from my membership when we did our planet course series. If you're interested in this course for planets or a small entry on a membership to gain all these course information, let me know in the chat and it'll be helpful. Subjective facts we have here. Transforming requires us to desire what we lack, to learn its value in isolation. What we refuse and fear is our actual truest desire. Plutonic sex is not physical, rather spiritual or tantric. Chaos forces us to cocoon and grow like butterflies. So this is directly from the membership, directly from the course. If you want to join a membership, definitely do so. This is just some subjective fact on Pluto itself. I'm not going to spend too much time on the sun, rather than the fact that the sun is our primary karma. We reincarnated based off of where your sun sign is at, karmically speaking. So this in Vedic astrology would be called the Atmarkarka. I'm not going to go too much deeper into that for the time being, but understand that the sun naturally burns everything that it gets near and everything that it gets close to. But considering that this is a CAZIMI, this is happening a little bit different. It's not happening in the sense of combustion. It's happening in the sense of enlightenment, power to every one of those keywords and those power dynamics that I just shared down below. So without further ado, thank you for being here. Let's get into the official forecast for all 12 zodiac signs, all rising signs. Bop, 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 bop. See you soon, baby. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Thank you for the people who are returning, and thank you for the brand new people who are here. I appreciate you both equally. Love. Aries, the forecast for you is very simple. What is your greatest fear? Point blank, period. Likely it has something to do with intimacy or potentially in the spaces of transforming to who you truly and authentically are. Afraid that you being your true self will get you ridiculed, laughed at, unappreciated. Feeling like you're not progressing in the world, in society at large. This is what I have for you, Aries. The Pluto CAZIMI is now helping you to bring light to these irrational, and also realistic fears, which are showing you your greatest desire. Aries, we'll see you soon. Taurus, here's what your greatest fear is that the Pluto CAZIMI is asking you to become aware of and shine a bright light so that you can karmically progress and move on. You have a faith that has been building. You have been very deep in occult studies and researches, finding out the hidden meanings and the deeper meanings. In order to do that, the repression is coming in your partnerships. Are you so stuck and fixated on the connections and the relationships that are no longer allowing you to progress up the social and the occult and the spiritual ladder? Finding a deeper faith in yourself by the people that you've admired as faithful leaders, prestigious and pious gurus. This is what I have for you, Taurus. Gemini, your largest fear that the Pluto CAZIMI is asking you to remove the suppression from is mostly in your psyche. It's mostly in your mental faculties. You are being asked to work with the enemy of the mind and ultimately realize that you have a karmic mission to serve. A karmic mission to serve. And this is the key. Posting content that is irrelevant just because it will get you numbers to increase, but has nothing to do with your true desires, what you truly fear becoming, is going to be your downfall, Gemini. So the sun is asking you to choose a career and choose a path that is fulfilling and actually much scarier than what you've been doing. Leave the shadow levels of the mind and dive deep into your psyche as for why you're truly motivated doing what you do. I'll see you, Gemini. Cancer, your greatest fear that the Pluto CAZIMI is asking you to address and shine light on so you can free your soul at a karmic level is your romance life. One night stands has never done it for you. I'm not saying that is your life. But if it's not, and you're on the other side of this, how you're using your sexual energy has become risky in your relationships and your partnerships. At the end of the day, if you are feeling unbalanced in your relationship dynamics by how much you give, because you give so generously, understand at this point it's time to take personal responsibility and accountability. If and when you do that, your greatest fear will show you exactly which direction to take. Who are the people that you wish to align with that actually are true to you and do not cross your integrity in a way that hurts and harms you at the heart level. All right, Cancer, we'll see you soon. Leo, how you doing? Are you able to take time away in privacy where there are no lights, where there are no cameras, where there is no attention at all, in order to wait for the golden message, the hermit message, the message where you have been studying studiously, you have been perfecting your craft, whatever that be, in silence, in sheer and utter humility, where no one even understands what you are thinking because it is private in your own meditation, behind the bright light of the sun. Your career is asking for you to be a better servant, to serve not what you think is pretty and cool, but what God says do. Leo, you do this, and the Pluto CAZIMI will work in your favor, and you will align your work and your passion and your vibrant energy in a way that is ultimately fulfilling and brings you a deeper inner peace. All right, Leo, I'll see you soon. Love. Virgo, I'm getting children. How are you? Whether these children are your creative babies and your projects or your actual children, they have been suppressing you at a mental level somehow, some way, and not allowing you to create, to shift, to change your mindset. Take these projects or your actual children and see them with a new lens. See them in a way that you feel you would have loved to have been appreciated as a child, as somebody who was being raised, as somebody who was being developed. And within this, understand that at this point, this Pluto CAZIMI is shining light on how much courage you really have to create, to procreate, to manifest, to take risk. This is all about courage, but not the Leo-esque type of courage. The courage that is offered by Gemini to share what it thinks, when it thinks it, uninhibited. This will ultimately contribute to a high society, and people will start to, in return, give you favors and help you feel appreciated in the way you've always deserved, Virgo. Love. Libra, how are you? Your biggest fear may be real estate. It may be buying land. It may be investing in property. You want to put yourself in a position where if your greatest fear is to own something, to say, not only do I have this, but I own it. You're going to need to address your psyche and what impacts have your family conditioning shaped and structured within you. Whether it's don't do that, don't buy property, the market's down, or whether it's the complete opposite. Now is the time to buy while everybody's down. Make sure you do something with that money. Make sure you do something with those resources. Libra, what I'm getting at the end of the day is it's important to listen to these projections, but take time and isolate and feel into what brings me inner peace. Only then, Libra, will you actually make the right decision. What would you do if you were not afraid is the question. All right, Libra, we'll see you soon. I love you. Scorpio, you are the star of the show, as Pluto is really the ruler of your first house, of your identity, of who you're becoming, your physical body, and what ailments you may have been undergoing, what physical illnesses and diseases have been plaguing you that have actually began and started from the mind, Scorpio. It's time to put your mind in a more positive light. Stop looking for the worst case scenario, the sudden changes, and expecting it to come before it comes, ruining your present moment. Scorpio, if you can do that, what happens is now you're going to have the courage and the consistency to be very technical with what you produce, when you produce it, how you say it, when you say it. At the end of the day, when you do this, you're going to become a master salesman, whatever you're selling. But understand that what you're selling most is yourself, Scorpio. This is the largest transformation that you've been undergoing. And this Pluto CAZIMI wants you to start to speak up. I want you to start to share your own individual thoughts. And I want you to do so uninhibited, in a way where you no longer are staying private about what you truly desire, what you truly are afraid of. And a little bit of that is about power, obtaining and securing high-powered relationships that are actually consistent, even though they may change. Scorpio, this is what I have for you. You're brand new, but be authentic. I love you. I see you soon, Scorpio. Sagittarius, here's what I got for you. Religion may be one of the largest things holding you down and holding you back. Now, you may not actively be religious, but somewhere in your upbringing, your subconscious mind has been programmed. And ultimately, it is telling you what to do and how you can treat your body and the things that you own and how you can change or not change them. To be honest, only you're going to know your conditionings if you take inventory and stock on your dreams. Your dreams are what the Pluto CAZIMI is asking you to listen to, so that you can free your karma, so that you can progress your soul's mission. And if you do, here's my promise. You will lose a lot. Many physical things will be lost, but you will gain the things that are more innate and helpful to you as an individual. As an individual who then will turn back and help the collective. Your dreams are the absolute key, Sagittarius. Start to write them down in the physical world. When you wake up, cross the veil, take a pen, jot down the colors, what you smelled. Think 5 senses. What I see, what I taste. Grandma's cake. Wow, brings me back a memory. Oh, that's why I'm afraid to blah, blah, blah. That's what I got for you, Sagittarius. I'll see you soon. Capricorn, your largest fear has been the networks and the people you've been affiliated with. Have you been responsible? Have the people you've been affiliating with in their groups been responsible with you as an actual individual? Have they been treating you with the respect that you deserve? It's time to be very responsible with this next stage and evolution of your identity during this Pluto CAZIMI. Pluto has pressed you down since 2008. And it has wringed you out from everything artificial, superficial, and quite frankly, unnecessary. You have the largest of aspirations, Capricorn, and you deserve your rewards. The sun moving and being at a Pluto CAZIMI is something that is not going to happen again for 231 years or so, like ever, which means this is a very special time for you to be alive. Don't miss this opportunity to achieve everything you've been craving, Capricorn. It's right there. There's no more inhibitions. You have officially learned your lessons. You'll go one more retrograde in 2024, and then everything I'm saying now, it's done. But the Pluto CAZIMI is here now. So don't miss this loop, Cap. I love you. I'll see you soon. Aquarius, the mind has been foggy for you. It's been foggy for you, and this has been one of the largest fears. What do I do next in my career? How do I advance from where I'm at? What needs to change? What am I afraid of losing? When you figure out what you're afraid of losing, whether it's an identity, whether it's a status, whether it's a label, that's what you know is your greatest desire. That's what you know is the area of lack that essentially is the greatest desire. No longer allow these fears to irrationally plague your mind, create more fog and haze. Your dreams have been informing you very clearly that you have cleansed, that you are cleansing, that you are guided. Now the last step that you have on your plate is to follow the guidance and understand that you may be undergoing a brand new career and ways in which you approach society at large. This is the Pluto CAZIMI for you. This is your karmic mission right now. It's not going to happen for another 231 years. So understand, you'll be dead the next time it comes. Don't miss it. I love you. I'll see you soon. Pisces. As silly as this may seem, this is about your intuition and your ability to trust. Have you been afraid to trust that your hopes and your dreams are worth it? That you can combine all these different varieties of skills and fantasies and tendencies and habits and joys and admirations for your projects and for your aspirations? Or have you been afraid that you're lacking the source of energy, the light, the power necessary? At the end of the day, there's one thing that you're being asked to do, and that is to have more faith. But to have faith, you need to take action. So take action on what? Your spiritual practices, Pisces. At the end of the day, you are mutable water, and it is too easily absorbed by any and everything. Honor your spiritual practices. Pray over your food. Pray over your connections. Pray over your dreams. Pray over your technologies. And understand that they will in return work for you. Pray for your highest well-being in the mind and with your intuition. And follow them up with movement-based practices where you are including the breath. And that's what I have for you, Pisces. We'll see you soon. That will get you to face your largest fears and to take a voyage, to take a journey, whether in the mind or physically, far, far away, deeper into everything you really, really crave, but you feel you lack. You don't lack anything. You're the most abundant of all the signs. And you are courageous. You are courage, Pisces. I'll see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all that I have for you. This is a phenomenal time to be alive during this Pluto CAZIMI. Oh my God. All of us have been craving an authentic outlook on life and a career that actually matches us, where we're going and who we want to be and how we would like to be remembered. So, that said, I would like to be remembered as somebody who runs and hosts memberships around the themes of the occult, astrology, human design, Vedic and otherwise, and all the mysteries of Hades, which is Pluto's message is about. This, for me, is just second instinct. And so I urge you to join us this next Sunday coming up for our membership meet. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. For hitting the likes and the thumbs up button, for making it to the end of this video, and watching the extras. If you're brand new, I want you to know I appreciate you. And if you've always been here, then you know what it is, baby. Love.